folks, welcome back to Rule of Thumb. Today I'm bringing you along for a video response to my friend Heather over at the Kneady Homesteader. I'll put an iCard to her channel up above. She has decided to go on a sourdough adventure, and I really want to go with her. I have thought about making sourdough for as far back as I can remember, but I always thought it was a little too intimidating. I'm not a very skilled bread baker. I'm just starting to learn myself, but she assured me that I should give this a try because she said that I could definitely do this and I wouldn't fail. So I'm going to show you basically the same thing she showed you, but I'm just going to show you what I'm working with, show you how I got mine started, and then I will put a link at the end of this video to her video. She's going to do a video every day showing you the starter as it grows. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to show you that I'm starting mine. I'm going to come back at the end, show you my starter when I'm ready to bake with it, and then we'll do some sourdough bread recipes, maybe some sourdough other recipes, and we'll do all of that at the end. So I'm just going to show you the beginning, and then I'm going to give you a link to her channel and to her video, and she's going to show you every day. So if you want to do sourdough with us, you can follow her every day. She'll show you what it's supposed to look like. She'll show you what you're supposed to do, and hopefully you won't freak out like I do, because it just makes me crazy when I don't know what to expect. So I hope you folks follow along. If you do make video responses, show us what you're doing. Heather has a channel on Facebook, the Kneady Homesteader. Go on there, show her some love, show her what you're doing if you have pictures. We just want this to be a big kind of group fun exercise. It's like she said in her video, it's kind of like a support group because sourdough can be intimidating. So this is just so that somebody's there, kind of got your back, showing you, that you can do it too. So I'm going to turn you around, show you what I'm working with, show you how to get it started on day one, and then like I said, check out the links and you'll be able to go from there. Okay guys, we're back. So one of the things that I've learned in doing my research and preparing for this, and also what I've learned from Heather, is that the real key to being successful in this is weighing everything. So I have a scale here, and I picked this up on Amazon. It was like $10 or something like that. They're not very expensive. And I use it for other things. I do like to weigh stuff when I'm cooking sometimes, so it is a useful tool to have in your kitchen. So it really is better to weigh this. You can find methods out there using measuring cups and different things like that. I believe Heather said in her video the 50 grams that we're using is equivalent to about a third of a cup. So there is options out there to do it without a scale, but everything that I've read and everything that I've seen said your best bet is to use a scale. So I am going to use a quart size wide mouth canning jar, and I'm going to put it on my scale, and I'm going to hit what's called tare, which basically means it's going to take it back to 0. So into this jar, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put 50 grams, well, after I spill some of it on the counter, I'm going to put 50 grams of rye flour. I'm using dark rye flour. Again, I did a bunch of research. I watched a lot of videos. I read some books. Everybody says the best flour to start with is a rye flour. Now, that doesn't mean that when you go to make bread, your bread's going to taste like rye bread. It's just that it has the right components in it to start the starter healthy and get it to... Sorry, I'm cleaning up the flour that I spilt while I'm talking to you. To get the starter going and be healthy. So the second most common one is to use a whole grain, like a wheat flour. You can do it with all-purpose flour, so if you want to try that, go for it. I'm going to start with the dark rye. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get 50 grams into this jar, little by little, because, you know, I'm still learning about the whole weighing thing. You know, we're all very confident with measuring cups because it's what we grew up with. You know what I mean? Like, how many of you learned how to bake weighing things? I mean, that just wasn't how Americans learned how to bake. So, I'm almost there. So close. There it is, 50 grams. Then to that, I am going to add 50 grams of room temperature water. So I'm going to set this back to 0. And I'm going to pour this in. I pre-measured this, so this should be 50 grams. There it is, right on the money. Okay, so then what we're going to do is I'm going to take a stirrer here, and I'm going to stir this up really well. And it's going to be thick. Okay? But it will loosen up as it sits. So, I'm going to make sure, you want to make sure and get all of the flour incorporated so that there's no dry flour. Okay? And then I'm going to take, I have a little mini spatula, see that? I'm going to take that and scrape off my stirrer. Okay, and then I'm also going to just push down the sides and make sure that the sides of my jar are clean. And then one of the things you can do is you can take a rubber band and put it around your jar to show where it started so you can see what the growth is overnight. So, I want to make sure you can see that here. Okay. And there we go. So see, I mean, it's just a tiny bit in the bottom of there. But we're going to continue to feed it, and we'll increase the amount that we're feeding it as we go along. So, what I'm going to do now is just take, I have one of the plastic ball lids, and I'm just going to set it on the jar. I'm not going to screw it down. I'm not going to do it because you want it to be able to breathe. So I'm just going to set it on there to protect it from anything getting in there. And I'm going to set this in my oven with the oven light on, and that's where I'm going to keep mine. I'm going to throw a towel over it as well because it prefers dark. And that's it. And that's where it's going to sit. So I will see you guys when I get to the end of this process. Like I said, make sure if you want to see day by day, you're following along on Heather's channel. And I will see you guys in about a week because it's about 7 to 8 days. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, come back and see us soon. And as always, I hope you had a great day.